I'm Manny Rosen, and I've been with Golden Care for almost 8 years now, coming up on that milestone this November. I started out in supply as a new business, worked my way through operations and marketing, and earlier this year stepped into the role of regional director. It's been a journey, and each role taught me something new about how to better support you, our agents, and make your job easier. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into restoration of benefits, one of the most powerful and honestly underrated features in a short-term care plan. By the end, I think you'll agree, it's a game changer when it comes to value and flexibility for your clients. Before we dive in here, I just wanted to take a moment to highlight everything Golden Care brings to the table for our appointed agents, from our exclusive InstaPivot tool and personalized underwriting concierge service to the powerful StrataCision quoting platform and our full consumer marketing toolbox. We give you the resources, tech, and support to grow your business and better serve your clients. Give us a call anytime, 800-842-7799. There's always someone here to help and answer the phone, help you out with whatever you need. Now, you're not alone in this. We've got a whole team here. These are the regional directors. Jeff Clark brings 27 years of experience and is a wealth of knowledge in anything and everything insurance, not just long-term care, short-term care, hybrids, annuities, Medicare, everything. He's a wealth of knowledge. Morgan and I have a combined 10 years helping agents here at Golden Care. Whether you need product support, help with case design, or just someone to strategize with, we're here for you. Plus, we have a full in-house marketing team that can help with custom materials, lead campaigns, and more. You've got a team behind you, ready when you are. Just give us a call. Okay, so you might have seen this slide in another one of our presentations, but it really illustrates how short-term care and its name have been given a bad reputation. We argue that short-term care should have a seat at the big boy table because even though benefits typically last for only up to a year, once you include all the benefits for home health care and facility for a year each, and add the inflation riders if available, you could have $500,000 plan. Factor in restoration of benefits, and that can turn into an over $1 million benefit pool. We'll go over an example where I'll show you the numbers and how to reach that $1 million mark later on. Restoration does factor into that $1 million. So here at Golden Care, we're proud to be Integrity's go-to experts in extended care insurance, offering one of the most complete lineups of top-tier products in the market today. We're not stopping there. We're actively working with multiple carriers to develop even more solutions for you and your clients. Make sure you're signed up for our email updates so you don't miss any of the exciting announcements to come. Also, don't miss Jeff's upcoming webinar on July 22nd at 2 p.m. Central. He'll walk you through all our short-term care plans, break down how to use each effectively, and spotlight the unique benefits they each offer your clients. You really don't want to miss that one. Jeff gives an amazing webinar. So here are all the products that we'll be discussing along with our state availability maps. It's going to scroll through the different maps here. You'll notice some familiar states missing from the map. California, Minnesota, New Jersey, Florida, New York. These states that currently don't allow short-term care plans, and a lot of them don't even have a path to file them, like Minnesota. But here at Golden Care, we are always working hard to make headway, especially in Minnesota, to find a way to file these plans and bring short-term care plans to these areas. But as you can imagine, it is a slow process, but we always keep pushing on. Here's a better view all in one spot of every product's availability or the short-term care products that we'll be discussing today. It's easy to read and reference. You'll get a copy of this presentation after it's over. We'll send the slides and a link to the recording, but it's just a handy one-pager that you can look to see what product do you have and which state it's available in. So it's a little more handy all in one place than different state maps. Now here's a bird's eye view of the different plans we'll be discussing today, plan basics, and then how the restoration of benefit rider works for each plan. We have Minnesota Life's, we have Manhattan Life's OmniFlex plan, Wellaby's Essential Care Plus plan, GTL's Recover Cash plan, Aetna's Recovery Care plan, Cigna Choice short-term care plan, and Bankers Fidelity Vantage recovery plan. We don't really talk too much about that one, but we'll go into some little bit of detail with that one as well. You'll see how the different plans are notated here, and it talks about the facility portion and home healthcare portion separately. It says facility and home healthcare multiple times. home health care one time, and facility one time under restoration details. This is because not all plans work the same and each have their own rules and intricacies. Wellebe has a limited benefit plan as well, but we're not discussing that today since it does not include the restoration of benefit rider, which is today's topic of discussion. But each of these has slightly different, some of them are the same, but slightly different ways their restoration of benefit works. Multiple times as noted, that's definitely the best one to have. OmniFlex and Aetna have that. We'll go into detail for each of these plans here coming up. So starting with Manhattan Life's OmniFlex restoration of benefits and some little bit of plan details. Manhattan Life's OmniFlex offers fast underwriting, benefits from $50 to $400 per day for facility and $50 to $300 a day for home care. They have an optional 5% inflation rider that inflates both the facility benefit and home care benefit. By policy year 25, the benefit amounts have doubled. This will give you a max facility daily benefit of $800 a day and $600 a day for home care. It offers benefit periods of 90 days, 180 days, 270, or 360 days. So restoration with OmniFlex is extremely powerful. The policy states that after a period of 180 days in which no care is required and no benefit is paid out, your facility care or home health care benefit period restores until you've reached your lifetime maximum shown in your policy schedule. With OmniFlex, you have an unlimited number of restorations until you reach that lifetime maximum benefit or 2 times the selected benefit period. This means that no matter how small the claim is, from a fall, a knee surgery, car accident maybe, if you lose control of your ADLs and you need assistance, no matter for how long, you can make a small claim and feel confident knowing that whatever you don't use will restore until the lifetime maximums are met. I'm going to give an in-depth explanation to show this in a bit, how powerful it is with OmniFlex. Next is our Wellebe Essential Care Plus plan. It's a standard underwritten plan that gives clients the option to select a daily benefit up to $300 a day for up to 360 days of in-home care. It has a 0 or 20-day elimination period. Clients can also elect up to $500 per day for up to 360 days benefit for a separate nursing facility care rider. And then there is also an option to add 5% inflation rider to the base home healthcare benefit and a separate 5% inflation rider for the facility benefits. Restoration of benefits for Wellebe can restore benefits one time if the insured fully recovers from the qualified event and does not need care for 180 days. This applies to both the home health care benefits and also the facility benefits, each one-time restoration. Okay, pretty simple. Now we're going into GTL's Recover Cash plan. It includes benefits for nursing home and assisted living facility benefits, $50 to $300 per day. Home healthcare benefits are $50 to $1,400 per week. Plus, you get the TCare $3,500 family caregiver one-time lump sum payment when approved for claim. You can also add an inflation rider to the base benefit or the facility benefit. There's no option to inflate the home healthcare benefits. Restoration of benefits will restore the policyholder's benefits once during the life of the policy when for 6 consecutive months you are not functionally disabled and no longer need any covered care or services. This is once for each the facility and home care benefits. So this is a second plan that we've talked about that it restores one time. With one-time restoration of benefits, you and your clients got to think, is this 10-day claim for a fall worth burning a whole 360-day benefit period on? That's why unlimited restoration is so valuable. You shouldn't have to hesitate when you need care and making a claim on your policy and think to yourself, is it worth it? It shouldn't be a gamble to lose benefits or not. So unlimited is always the way to go. With a one-time restoration like GTL, you've really got to think, is this claim worth it to burn through restoration on it? Aetna is another very popular plan. Aetna's Recovery Care. It's a popular plan that offers up to $400 daily max for nursing and assisted living facility, 90, 180, 270, or 360-day benefit periods. Home care rider up to $1,200 weekly maximum. This benefit is in weeks, so the options are 13, 26, or 52 weeks. This home care rider pays a benefit for each week you receive 3 or more professional home care service visits of at least 1 hour per visit in your home, provided you cannot perform 2 or more ADLs or you have a cognitive impairment. So to make a claim for in-home care, there's a couple hoops to jump through there. Aetna's got a great restoration of benefit policy here. This restoration of benefit with Aetna restores for the facility and home health care benefits an unlimited amount of times until 2 times the benefit period or twice the number of covered days outlined in the policy schedule. This product is a lot like Manhattan Life's OmniFlex as far as restoration, but the benefits are much more robust with OmniFlex. Still, you can restore the benefits here with Aetna an unlimited number of times until you reach your lifetime maximum. So there's no gambling. Should I make a claim now or should I wait in case something more serious comes up? Next, we've got our Cigna Choice short-term care plan. It has 3 plan designs. Choice 100 is a $100 a day facility and $50 per day home health care. Choice 200 includes $200 for facility care and $100 per day for home health care. Choice 300 is the $300 per day for facility and $150 per day for home health care. The benefit periods are 180 or 360 days. They have an optional home health care boost rider that doubles the daily amounts for home health care, which basically brings it back up to what your facility amounts are. But the home health care and facility benefits restore once each per policy lifetime if after having care, the policyholder recovers and no longer needs or receives care for a period of at least 180 days. So here's another one. The Cigna will restore, but it's only going to restore one time, and you're going to lose whatever. If it was a 30-day claim, you're going to lose your 330 days worth of benefit once it restores if you selected that 360-day plan. Bankers Fidelity, we don't really talk too much about this plan. We do have it in our portfolio. This product works a little differently. You select your daily benefits of between $30 and $300 and benefit periods of 90, 180, 270, or 360 days. This is on a nursing facility confinement chassis with a home health care rider that allows you to use those selected benefits for either home care or facility. You do not have separate facility and home health care benefits with this policy like you will with others, OmniFlex or Aetna's. This is also a reimbursement policy, the Bankers Fidelity, meaning that you will need to submit receipts and they will pay up to the maximum daily amount depending on actual charges. Restoration of benefits on this plan works once you choose to go on claim, whether it's in a facility or in home. Remember, you have one pot of benefits. You choose for either home care or facility, and you end up recovering from the hip fracture, let's say, that puts you in that facility or in home. You remain independent and in control of your ADLs and no claims for 180 days. That's usual. Your benefits will reset one time to the max benefit period. So since you only have one pot of benefit here that you can use for either home care or facility care, once you use it for either or, it will only restore one time. So you don't have one time each for home care and facility like you will for other plans. So that makes this plan quite a bit weaker than the others. I wanted to point that out here. Sorry about that. With short-term care plans, there's no 90-day certification required at claim time. That means if someone needs help with their activities of daily living, even for a short time, the claim can be submitted. Our long-term care agents know how big of a deal this is. You really can have your cake and eat it too. Some common situations that wouldn't trigger a long-term care claim but can be covered by short-term care include things like a knee replacements, hip replacements, broken bones from falls or osteoporosis, even cardiac events like bypass surgery or valve replacements where you might need some help in home or in a facility. Even recovery from a car accident, they can all be short-term care claims. So here's an example just to show how powerful restoration of benefits can be. This will get into the weeds a little bit. Let's pretend Betty purchases a really strong OmniFlex plan. No inflation, but she gets a $400 a day facility benefit and a $300 a day home care benefit. Facility has a 20-day elimination period, but home health care has 0-day first day coverage. She has this policy in place, so let's see what can happen. Right after her fourth policy anniversary, Betty falls and has a fracture and needs care. Benefit periods that are available, 360 days for both home care and facility, a full year for each. Let's say she needs 35 days to recover at home from the fracture. Now, if you see here, her daily benefit looks a little off. It's not the full 400 for the facility or the 300 for home care that she selected. It's $360 for facility and $270 for home care. This is because OmniFlex has a 5-year ramp-up period. That's not a secret. It's really the secret sauce. That ramp-up does a great job of preventing adverse selection while still offering strong benefits even in years 3 or 4. So for this event, in year 4, Betty's policy hasn't fully matured. That's why the numbers look a little lower. But the policy pays immediately, all 35 days, since she has 0-day elimination for home care. That's first day coverage, so it's going to pay 35 days at $270 per day. That's $9,450. After that, from the original 360 days, she still has 360 facility days left and 325 home care days remaining. And that's without taking restoration into account. She gets better, goes off claim, goes back to work, whatever the case may be. Now the 180-day clock for restoration of benefits starts ticking. She has to be healthy and out of claim for 180 days. So if Betty needs more care from that fall or something new happens before the 180 days passes, it's considered part of the same benefit period. She'd have those remaining days, 360 for facility and 325 for home care, because the clock didn't hit 180. So she's still on that same benefit period. But for this next example, Betty's been healthy well over 180 days, hasn't needed any care until 2 years later, poor Betty has a stroke. Now, for time's sake, we're rough on poor Betty in this example, but I want to stress something. Many of your clients with OmniFlex or other short-term care products will have small, short claims. A knee replacement here, a short recovery from surgery, a couple years later, maybe another event after that. That's the beauty of short-term care. It steps in for those short-term needs. And with Aetna and OmniFlex short-term care plans, the benefits restore every time up to the max full benefit periods. An unlimited amount of times it will restore up to the maximum 2 full benefit periods. So there's still excellent protection when a long claim hits later on. This isn't long-term care. There's no 90-day certification required. With short-term care, you just need 2 of 6 ADLs or cognitive impairment. That's it. No 90-day requirement at claim time. All right, let's get back to Betty here. So now poor Betty has that stroke 2 years later. She's sitting with 360 days for facility and 360 days for home care. Why? Because those 35 days of home care were restored. Plus, she still has 325 days in the restoration reserve for home care and a full 360-day facility restoration left in reserve. But this stroke hit her hard. She needs 42 days of facility care to recover, then 195 days at home. Her plan has now fully matured, 5th policy year, so she's getting $400 a day for facility and $300 a day for home care. These are indemnity benefits. That means it pays the full amount regardless of what was billed as long as the care was provided. She gets 22 days of facility covered. Why not 42? Because remember, there's that 20-day elimination period we added to this plan. We always recommend 0-day elimination. It's much more affordable with a short-term care plan, especially Omniflex, than it is with a long-term care plan. But 20 days is not that bad to deal with. Home care, though, still has first-day coverage in this example, so all 195 days are covered here. $67,300 for this one claim alone. Now Betty's sitting there with $76,750 total already paid in benefits and still has plenty of days left. 338 for facility and 165 for home care, not even including what's sitting in the restoration reserves. Same deal, 180-day clock starts as soon as she's off claim and doing better. But poor Betty, it gets worse. Just 15 days later, she thinks everything's great. Then she trips and hurts herself again. She needs help right away. So what happens? Since it hasn't been 180 days since her last claim, this would be considered the same benefit period. You'll notice those 338 and 165 days are still available. That's why, same benefit period. And she's still got restoration left in the background, 325 home care days in the reserve, and she's still got a strong, robust plan. They've gotten used to caring for Betty at home now, so she receives 141 days of care in home. And this time, she's feeling really good about the full recovery. She's strong. She got paid for 141 days at home, $300 a day. No matter what the actual costs were, she got $300 a day. That's $42,300 for this one claim alone. And she's still not done. She's got 338 days left for facility care and 24 days left for home care in this current benefit period. That's not counting the restoration reserve. So she's now received over $119,000 in benefits with plenty of coverage left. And again, 180-day clock starts once she's healthy and off claim. Sorry, I missed a click there. You didn't see that visual while I was talking about it. But yeah, $119,000 in benefits. Betty rallies. She's a trooper. She gets better and stays healthy for quite a while, a couple years. Then another stroke hits, a bad one. And this time she's sitting there with 325 days remaining for home care because remember, she was down to 24 days left. So if you add the 24 days to the 325 she had left for restoration, she's sitting there now with 349 home health care days left in her plan. She's hit the maximum restoration. It's never going to restore again the home care portion. She's already used up a whole year's worth of benefit for home care, 2 times what her benefit was. So she's in the second half of her restoration time. So whatever she doesn't use is left over. Nothing else is going to restore. And then she still has 360 days remaining for facility care with lots of restoration still available since she hasn't been in a facility that much. But this stroke is serious. She gets home care for 9 months, then spends her final 311 days in a facility. Again, this is an extreme example here, just showing you how flexible and how much this plan can do. She's got full coverage, $400 a day for the facility, $300 a day for home care. She gets 291 days covered on the facility after the 20-day elimination period, and she gets 278 days for home care before she went to the facility. This claim alone pays $199,800, and she still has more left. She still has 69 days facility, 71 days home health care. But sadly, Betty passes away in the facility in this example. She still had the 69 more days available, but didn't use them. This just shows how flexible and powerful this coverage is. Overall, Betty received $318,850 from this OmniFlex short-term care plan using restoration of benefits. Now think about this. If she had one long claim, 1 year at home and then 1 year in a facility, say for a stroke, she recovered at home and then went to a facility or vice versa, that's $252,000 in benefits. And if she recovered and restored and then had another full claim like that, that's over $500,000 in coverage. And for this example, we didn't even include the smaller little claims that would have triggered more restoration over time, just for time's sake. You want to know something cool? It's a powerful plan, and that's with no inflation. If Betty had bought this at 55, age 55, it's under $100 a month for that kind of coverage. $318,000 in claims and the potential for $504,000 with full restoration for under $100 a month. Take my money. Even at age 65, a lot of these Medicare folks, just over $200 a month for a really solid plan. Now, here's where we show you the full potential of OmniFlex visually. This plan really packs a punch. This is where you'll see what we call the $1 million plan. It can even go head-to-head with traditional long-term care. So let's start with the facility benefits going across the top line. You've got $400 per day. That's $12,000 per month in benefit, or $144,000 for the full 360-day benefit period. And that's just for facility care. Add restoration of benefits, and it doubles up to $288,000 across multiple claims. Unlimited, because with OmniFlex, it doesn't matter how many claims there are. Now add an inflation rider. After 20 years of growth, not including that 5-year ramp-up period, those facility benefits effectively double. That's over $500,000 in facility coverage alone, including the restoration. If you look at the light blue line down across the bottom, $800 a day max benefit. Monthly is $24,000 a month for a whole year, 360 days, $288,000 brings you to that $576,000 max. All right, now let's look at the home health care side. At $300 per day, that's $9,000 per month, or $108,000 for the full 360-day benefit. Add restoration, and that becomes $216,000. With inflation, just like the facility care benefits, these benefits will double after 20 years, and you see that highlighted in the blue rows down below. The blue rows are with inflation, the white rows are without inflation. Now put it all together. That's how OmniFlex works. Home health care and facility benefits are all in one plan. A full claim, 1 year at home and 1 year in a facility, adds up to $252,000 for that benefit period. And if you recover, let's say from a major stroke, you spend time in a facility and then going home, you have a full year in each. You come home, your benefits restore after 180 days. You have your second stroke or something else happens. You can make that same claim all over again for a full claim. You know, if it's part of your plan of care, you know, it might be rare that that would happen, but it is possible. You could claim it all over again for a total of $504,000 total benefit. And once you factor in the inflation, that same first claim becomes $288,000 in facility benefits and $216,000 in home health care benefits, totaling $504,000. Then, when the policy restores, it's ready to pay those same amounts again for a total payout of over $1 million. That's how a fully loaded OmniFlex plan with inflation can grow into $1 million policy and how powerful it really is. How much does something like this cost? This plan without inflation only costs someone age 55 in Iowa $90.98 per month. That's less than $100 per month. For this $1 million fully loaded OmniFlex plan with the 5% simple inflation rider that doubles the benefit after 25 years, 5 years for ramp up, and then 20 years at 5% simple growth, this plan will only cost someone at age 55 in Iowa $163.02 per month. This rate will apply to all the ICC states and are the most common but there are some outlier states that will have some slightly different premiums, but still very, very affordable. Super powerful plan here. So to put it simply, 1, you go on claim and you receive your care after a qualifying health event. 2, you recover from that and no longer need care services and have regained your activities of daily living. 3, you're healthy for a period typically and almost always 180 days or 6 months while not receiving care. 4, your benefits restore back to maximum levels, never to be more than 2 times the benefit period. Essentially, restoration of benefits acts like a safety net. When you use your short-term care benefits, but then recover, say for small claims like falls and fractures, the restoration feature allows you to replenish your coverage for future unexpected health events. This can be particularly beneficial if the plan includes the unlimited number of restorations until you reach that 2 times maximum limit. If you only have 1 restoration, your clients might not want to burn it on a $10 claim for a fall or something else small. That's why we always advise OmniFlex or another short-term care plan with the valuable unlimited restoration of benefits option. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you again for spending time with us today. At Golden Care, our goal is simple: to make your job easier and help you succeed. That's why our appointed agents get access to a full suite of exclusive tools and support, starting with our industry-leading InstaPivot tool. It lets you compare short-term care underwriting options instantly, and I'm proud to say I helped develop it alongside Tom Randall and our incredible IT team. You'll also have access to StrataCision, our long-term care, short-term care, and hybrid comparison platform, plus our powerful decline placement program to help you protect hard-earned client relationships. We provide full consumer marketing toolbox with downloadable presentations, infographics, and sales materials, all compliance approved and client ready. Our underwriting concierge service is there to guide you every step of the way, from pre-screening to appealing tough decisions. And with our LTCEO platform, you're equipped to sell effectively from the office, from home, or online. Don't forget the WOW Showcase video series with Tom Randall, or our extended care planning guide and the short-term care agent playbook, all designed to make you more confident, efficient, and successful. If you're not already appointed or if you have questions, let's connect. You've got a full team behind you: marketing, underwriting, regional directors, all here to help. Give me or us a call here, 800-842-7799. And thanks again. We look forward to working with you. Let me see if we've got any questions here. Let me pop that out. How does Manhattan Life verify the insured did go a full 180 days without need for care? So I guess that would be a doctor certification. If depending on how long it is until you make another claim, they're going to look into it a little more, maybe ask for medical records to see if you did have a previous claim, did you actually recover from that when you try to make your new claim? any claim has to be signed off on by your physician as a part of your plan of care. Does it make sense to bundle home health care with Omniflex? Absolutely, it would make sense. Manhattan Life makes it really easy to do that. You can do an Manhattan Life Omniflex e-app along with their Home Health Care Select product. Just add both of those products to the cart. You quote both of them through their system, and then you go into the enrollment, and one application submits both products. It does make sense to do that, especially if a client knows they want to spend more time at home. They can claim on both of those simultaneously, and they both have prescription drug benefits that they can claim both of them on as well. Not only does it make sense to bundle home health care with Omniflex, it could also make sense to bundle other short-term care plans together as well, like the Aetna short-term care plan along with the Omniflex short-term care plan. Both of them have unlimited restorations, and you can claim on both of them at the same time. So bundling absolutely makes sense, especially if you've got a client that's trying to reach those high long-term care, traditional long-term care benefit amounts. You can stack a couple of short-term care policies together. So hopefully I answered, it looks like that's all the questions that I see here. I'm gonna stay on for a little while until everybody else leaves. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in. Otherwise, thank you again for joining me today. Give us a call anytime, 800-842-7799. We're here to answer any question you might have, long-term care, short-term care, hybrids, whatever the case may be, we do it all. Looking forward to the next event. See you there.
Golden Care is looking forward to serving you with new tools, new products, new innovations, and always the best support in the business to help you succeed in 2022. So give us a call at 800-842-7799 or check out our website at www.goldencareagent.com.